Okay, so now what I want you to do. So we kind of covered, we did a good little intro to programming, a little good computer science lesson. So now I want to just introduce you to the music package. So if you go on unityeducation.com, which is our website, you'll see the top link says Music Assets Unity Package. See that? So yeah, just download that Music Assets. Everyone got that? unityeducation.com.
Music assets.
Yeah, it's just that it's right there, so like a link. So whenever you download that, just open it. Do you guys want to take a quick break? No? Good? Okay. So whenever you have it downloaded, just import it just by opening it. It'll give you that import dialog. And you'll see it'll import, there's a bunch of scripts now there.
Everything?
Yeah, everything.
Failed to import package. Oh, it's been
Wait, not that. There's something else. That's Android Studio. Put that music in.
I already downloaded it somewhere, but I'll just do it.
Yeah, so just open it, import it. So you should see a scene there. It's called scene, which is like a new scene that probably got imported with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so double click that. It'll ask you, do you want to save your current scene? Save it. And yeah, this scene, this is what it does, right? So if I press play, here it is. So music reactive scripts. Changes color, changes position, changes rotation, and changes scale. So there's 4 main scripts. And they're very easy to use. You just drag them onto whatever object you want to react to the music, and you can make music reactive objects that easily. So this will work with all of the stuff off the asset store or anything else you might find or do. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of give you a quick guide on how to use these, and then I expect you to try to use these for your homework and maybe make something cool with your own song.
Nice.
So you can import whatever song you want as an MP3 file, and you can make the game objects react to it like that. Yeah, so open scene, just the test scene, yeah. Save, if you want to save your current scene. Yeah, and there it is. So this is like an example scene that you can just go back to look at it, if you want to see how it was done here. But just go back to the scene that you were just working on earlier. Now, I want to introduce you to manager object, right? So, I have a few scripts in here. Now, let's organize our project a little bit, okay? So, pull all the materials into the materials folder, all the textures into the materials folder, all that stuff, right? Take your character and what else and put it in prefabs. If it doesn't go there, actually, I'll just make another folder called characters. It's up to you, but just clean up your folder a little bit. Alright, so check it out now. So the first thing that, like the great use case about a manager object in this instance, so think about it. So say you have like a scene that you want to make a music video and you have like 50 objects that you want to animate, right? It wouldn't be logical for you to point to the song in each of the 50 objects like we did earlier, like pointing to the barrel or whatever. There's only one song playing in the music video. So there should only be one manager object that tells you what song that is. Every other object just talks to the song manager, asks it, what's the waveform right now? And then it updates itself. So it's a great use case for a manager object. So let's just kind of open it. You don't have to understand this whole script, but I'm just going to try to explain parts of it to you. So if you just double click audio data, that's the script that I wrote that actually converts the audio signal into a float. So I normalized the waveform function of a song into just a number, and then that number affects things in the game world basically, and that's what gives you the kind of beat effect. So this up here, and again, you don't have to remember this, but see, I say singleton is very useful for manager objects. Now, singleton it's more of an intermediate like programming concept, so I don't expect you to understand exactly what it is, but just remember that singleton is like the word single, so there can only be one of this, and it's typically a manager object. So there can only be one song playing at any time in this scene, and thus we're basically declaring it as like a super object, kind of like this object can be accessible from anywhere in the scene. It's like that's why it's a public static. So it's like the whole script becomes public basically, not just one value in the script, but the entire thing is now public for the whole program to be able to read data from it. Then I have a bunch of public floats here: spectrum average, bass average, mid average, treble average. Those are just the numbers that I'm storing things like the average number of bass, mid, treble. It's just kind of like, it's some number, it's some very small decimal, but it basically changes to the bass or the mids. And then on update, this is basically where the magic happens, and I am using a little function here called audio listener get spectrum data. So I'm taking the audio listener script and I'm getting the spectrum data, which is that wave that you see in a song, and basically I'm doing a for loop like what I just taught you earlier. I'm looping through, since a wave, picture a wave being like 20 points. One is low, one is high, low, high, low, high. So that's like 20 numbers, like 20 values. So I'm basically running through all 20 numbers, adding them up, and then dividing them by 20, and then I get an average of the wave at that time. That's kind of my logic and how I'm doing it, and it works. It moves to the beat as one would kind of expect to see it. So again, you don't have to get any of this. It's just I'm just trying to kind of explain how it works a little bit. Most of the people that use this script, they just use it. They don't even touch it. They're just like, they put it in their project and it works. But you only have to do one thing to make this work. So what I want you to do is I want you to, for the first time, create an empty game object. So it's a game object, but it doesn't actually show up in the world. It's just, but it exists. So the way you do that is you go to game object and create empty. See it up there? It's right at the top. And now that empty object, I want you to call it audio data or something like that. Just rename that empty game object. Then I want you to take that manager script that I wrote called audio data and pull it onto the audio data game object. So we are currently, putting this manager object into our world.
What do you do?
Audio data script. We're just pulling it onto audio data game object that you just created. Then the other thing that I want you to add to this audio data is an audio source component. So you go to component, audio, and audio source. Just like how you had physics, rigid body. In this instance, we want an audio source because that's going to be the source of the song. So that's literally where the song is coming from. Audio source. And then it should look like this. So you just click the audio data game object and then go to component up where you add components.
Yeah.
And it should be audio source in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you'll notice that the audio source has a none audio clip, so it has nothing. There's a song here that I provided in the project. If you scroll down, you'll see the waveform of the song. Pull that song into the audio source where it expects an audio clip. Right? And now when you press play, the song will play. And if you look at the script, you see those numbers, how they're changing?
Those are the averages?
Yeah. So those are the numbers you're actually accessing to animate things in your scene. In this instance, you actually won't have to write anything to access those. I already wrote all the things that you would want. There's a scale one, a move one, a rotate one, and a color changing one. So let's try one as an example, right? So how about we take our character. Now look at these scripts, right? So there's animate to sound. Do you see that script in there?
Yep.
So take animate to sound. It's in there in the project, and pull it onto your character. Then if you click your character to look at the script, you'll see there's a few variables there like direction, strength, and roughness.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you press play, you should see that the character will kind of bounce to the beat. See that? Right? Now, while you're still in play mode, you can actually edit these variables, right? So strength, obviously, it just makes the effect more pronounced, like stronger. So if I make strength from 100 to like 1,000, he'll go really way up. Roughness is the smooth, like how smooth so the more roughness you put, the more rough it looks. Look at that. See, he's just like really rough. If I put it like to something like 1, it'll kind of be it'll be a very smoothed out motion. So you want to find like some sort of nice middle ground between like a choppiness to like a smoothness. It just depends on the effect that you're going for.
How do you act?
So wherever you put that animate to sound script, if you put it on your character, you click your character, and in there, in the component of my script, you should see a few things that you can change there.
Oh, I got it. Alright.
Yeah. Make sense? Is yours working? Let's see. So you have the audio data, right? Let's see. Okay, good. character. Can you see the character? Animate the sound. Yeah, sure. Play it. Yeah, it's really quiet, but
Okay.
move it to the
What
beat.
is this?
If you want to make it stronger, put the strength to like a 500 or 1,000. See?
Okay. So the character will bounce.
So, because that the animate to sound, don't think it's whatever you put the script on. In this instance, we put it on the character.
Okay.
But if you put it on a sphere or whatever, it would
Okay.
bounce. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So that script, animate to sound, animates in the direction. So you see direction is Y currently, is 1. So that's why it's moving up. Now if you wanted to change that, you can make that negative Y, or you can make that Z, or whatever direction you want it to go in. You can make multiple directions. You can make it go in a diagonal if you get X and Y, for example, or 1. Make sense? See?
Yeah.
You get the effect, right? So you can put that on the plane, you can put that on the barrels,
Okay.
you can put it on anything you want.
Okay.
And it'll make it all move to music like that. You can even put it on the water. But so that's one of them, right? The other one is scale to sound, for example. So let's try that one. So I'm going to remove animate to sound, and I'm going to put scale to sound. And it's as the name implies, just look up on my screen, it'll scale him. See?
There's no cable connection.
Oh shit. Right? Same thing, you can change the direction that scales in. Right? So you can do some pretty cool effects with this. And again, you tweak, the strength is basically the amount of the effect that you want done, and the roughness is like how smooth it is on the transition. It's pretty trippy, right? So imagine watching that in VR. It looks fine from here. This is only stretching in that direction. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild what kind of stuff you can do with Unity. So, and then the other one, as the name implies, rotate to sound. We'll rotate it in the direction. I think it's a very small rotation. That's why the strength starts as 1,000. I'm going to try to do 5,000. And do 50,000. Maybe that's too much. 10,000? So this one's a little bit harder to pronounce, but it's rotating it. You see that?
Yeah.
And same thing, the direction you want to rotate in. The roughness, you can make it very smooth, So yeah, obviously not everything would look good, but yeah. And then the last one is color to sound. The only important thing about color to sound is that the object has to have a renderer attached to wherever you put the script. So it probably wouldn't work if you put it straight on the character up here, because that's like a container object. Remember how we said you can't put the collider on the top of the character because it's the hips that are actually where the magic happens. Well, in a character, this instance, this character actually has multiple objects with renderers, like the head, for example. So if I just put it on the head, that should work. There should be a very slight effect. I don't know if you can see it, but it's... Now, if you want it to be a more drastic effect, it's just how my script is. I haven't yet had time to optimize it. Your color of your object should start black. And then you will really actually see the color change a lot more. See? That's one thing. That's just my script. It's not the best. I didn't spend too much time on it. It was for a little meetup. But yeah, other than that, those are the four main functions. What else did I want to see here? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try to keep this part very simple. For the last boot camp that I did, we also did like, well, I tried to explain to them how to do it on a timeline. So like, your song drops a beat at a certain time, and then things start to happen, but no one really got it. So I don't think it's a requirement. I'd rather see you guys like just make like a dope environment. It doesn't have to be crazy timed or anything. Just put the song that you like and just try it out. Try some assets and just make something fun with it. Other than that, the last two things I wanted to show you is the Google VR package. So how to actually get the two VR eyes, and then just help you guys like set up the mobile deployment stuff.
So is that our homework? Okay.
Yeah.
And how do we get a song?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you guys the timeline.
And how do we get a song, like a different song?
So you just pull it into Unity, just like
just
right in there.
the image.
Yeah, and then the same thing in audio data there. You replace the song.
Cool. Okay.
Right? Makes sense? So yeah, if you need to get reminded, just watch the video. If you don't remember any of the parts. But yeah, so when it comes to the timing of the song, right? So say we want to do the scale. Let's say I put in here scale to sound, right? So the only thing is you're gonna just have to modify it a little bit here. I had the modified versions from earlier, but so here's what I want you to do. What's the best way to do this? So yeah, open up the audio data script. We're just gonna modify it a little bit. So right here where it says update, just make a few new lines. And then right above update, outside of it, it doesn't have to be all the way at the top, as long as it's outside of a curly bracket of these updates. So you can put it right above update here, right below where start ends. You should write float and then current time is equal to 0, like that. So you just put that, float current time is equal to 0, like right above this update.
Okay.
And then semicolon. And then another one, you're going to do public int, so integer, event number is equal to 0. Okay, I'll have that. Alright, now what I want you to write, so this one's going to be, it's going to be a little bit of a mouthful, but the first thing that we want to do is we want to increase our current time by the seconds that has elapsed. So we're basically counting just from 0 to infinity as the song goes. So on update right here, you'll do current time is equal to current time plus time delta time. And that basically just counts. That's all it does. It just increases current time, and after 1 second, current time will be 1 second. After 2 seconds, it'll be 2 seconds, and so forth. So then we're gonna do this. So Now, just as an example, I'm going to take this song, where is it? And open it in my music player, for example. And so that was at like 5 seconds. So you listen to your song, whatever song you choose, and you kind of decide where you want the event to happen, the beat drop. So you kind of count the seconds, you know. So that's like 5.5 or something like that. So it's like 5 seconds and a half. So then what you do here is you do if current time is bigger than 5.5 f, close the parentheses, open curly bracket, close the curly bracket, and then in there you write event number is equal to 1. Then what you do, so you're definitely going to probably have to come back to the video to change some of these things, but it just, I'll try to explain as much as I can. So then you find your second part. That's like 23 seconds, right? So then the other thing that you have to do here, after it's bigger than 5.5, you have to do this and symbol. So and, that basically makes the if statement two things. So it's like if it's bigger than this, and if current time, so you don't write if, you just write it like this. And current time smaller than 23 f. So that's 23 seconds, right? So as long as it's between 5.5 seconds and 23 seconds, event number is 1. Then we do the same thing here. We do if current time, so this is for event number 2, now we do is bigger than 23 seconds, f. And we find another part of the song. Like that. I guess it would be. I'd say that like 40 seconds for me. So if current time is bigger than 23 seconds and current time is smaller than 40 seconds, close parentheses, open a curly bracket, close a curly bracket, and then event number is equal to 2.
You close the curly bracket before the event?
Yeah, these are like kind of like separate if statements. So it should look like this. So let's say we just have 2 events. Now you could kind of follow this pattern, right? Say if you wanted 5 events, you think you'd know like how to, just the next one would be bigger than whatever this one was smaller than, and it just kind of goes like that, like to as many event numbers as you want. Now event number is a public integer, so, and our audio data is a public manager. So we will be able to access the current event number from everywhere in our scene. So say like you're animating a box and you want that box to only animate when event number is 1 or more, then it'll wait, and then the moment event number ticks to 1, it'll start doing its thing. So that's at a certain point in the song. You get that? So now that we have this, now what we have to do is we should modify, we're probably going to have to modify each of these little mini scripts. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. So open up scale to sound, for example. The scale to sound script. You got it open? So up here, we're gonna write public int my event number, or something like that, is equal to 0. So by default, it'll just start scaling up, unless you change it. So, everyone got that? Public int my event number is equal to 0. Up here. Then in update here, we only want all this to happen if our event numbers match. So, and this will make more sense in a second. So up here, just make a few spaces like that, and here you're going to write an if statement. So here you're going to write if, open parentheses, and then you write audio data, which is the name of our manager script that we created, .s, short for singleton. That's just how I write it. It could be anything you wanted when you make a manager script, but you're not going to be making manager scripts for now. You're just going to use one. So if audio data.s event number is bigger than or equal to, so you write that by bigger and equal, just like that, my event number, close parentheses, open a curly bracket, and then make sure you close that curly bracket pretty much like right here, like after this transform local scale, like that. Got that? Okay, so let's just test this out, and then we're gonna have to do this for the other 3 scripts, this same exact modification. So let's put, my scale to sound is on my character right here, right? Now, since my event number is 0, the character should start scaling right off the bat. Right off the bat. Now, if I make my event number 1, it will wait until that first condition is met. Remember, where it was like after 5 seconds, event number becomes 1. So then this guy will only start scaling once the song is in full swing. So now watch. So, no scaling. Look at that. And then, make sense? Now, the beauty of this is that you can now take that script and put it, say if I put the scale to sound on like one of these walls, each object can have a different local event number. Wait, where did I put it? So maybe the wall, starts just right off the bat at 0, but the character starts at 1. So now watch the difference. See? So the walls are going, see that? And then the character only starts on event number 1. Got it? Now you could do the same thing with the walls. If the wall has an event number of 1, then the wall will only start doing that. Because remember, everything we had on update is in a conditional. So all that code only happens. So you see how these walls, look at the difference between the middle wall and the other 2 walls. See, these have an event number of 0. This has an event number of 1. Right? So you can see how this can get complex, but like it's still made of very simple scripts that you just attach to many objects and you tweak the settings on each one to get your arrangement. But yeah, the main parts to remember for when you're doing your homework here is this audio data script where all the music stuff happens. Just edit these numbers, these in this if statement, to whatever matches your song, right? So you'll kind of listen to your song in your favorite media player, and you will count the seconds that it says that when a certain beat drops or a certain lyric is said or whatever is your preference.
Mine's not showing my event number.
See, it has to be public. Did you make it public?
Yeah.
Let me see. scale to sound. Go back. Sorry. Just give it a second. What?
It took you, like, it took it down, put it in again, so.
Oh, it's giving you an error. Unexpected symbol. Always check down there. So just double click the error, and it'll take you to the same place where the error happened. So you have, yeah, you forgot to put a semicolon right there. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So, can I see your audio data?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So you get how these work, right? You literally put the seconds there. So if it's in between these seconds, it's this event number. If it's in between these seconds, it's that event number.
Yeah.
So let's just do this same thing really quick for all our other scripts, right? So I want you to open the animate to sound script. Got that? Same thing as scale to sound. Let's just put this public int my event number up here in animate to sound. Same as we did just right here. Copy and paste. Just this thing. And then the same thing in the update. If audio data event number, same thing down here on update. If audio data event number, bless you. And close the curly bracket. So just this. Everyone got that? So yeah, just the public int my event number, and then the if, same thing. Oh, if audio data my event number. So then when you do this modification, those little 4 music scripts each will have that event number setting.
Can I see the if audio data s?
Yeah, so the same thing you had in your scale to sound script. Just copy it from there.
Oh, okay.
In just as long as you're encapsulating all this stuff, because this is where the actual code that I wrote that animates it and colors it. You know what I mean? So that only happens if the event number is the same,
Cool.
right?
How do you do the parents?
You just pull it into it, and then you should see it like you just pull the object in it.
Put the object into the particle system, right?
Yeah,
But,
or put the particle system into the object.
but then the light will show up.
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light goes through the objects. Don't worry about that.
So this way.
But yeah, put the particle system in the sphere.
It's-
It might not be the same sphere that you have there. Yeah, that's the sphere. Well, now you put the sphere in something. The thing should be in the sphere, because the sphere is the thing that's moving, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you want parented, yeah, play it. Let's see. And the light too.
Oh, yeah.
I think your light is.
So why is the fire?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Did it move a second ago?
Like when they were talking all together.
actually a little confusing. I'm not sure. Maybe try to reload the window or something. That's it. I've never seen that. So now it's not. Oh, there it is. That was dope. But I don't know why. That is a little bit weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. There is a way to match it in code too, the position. But let's just do this. Let's do this real quick for two more scripts, right? So did we do this for animate to sound?
Mm-hmm.
The event number thing. So if you put animate to sound on something, does it have that my event number thing?
Yes.
Okay, the last two, rotate to sound, so just open that script, and color to sound, and try to do the same thing. So try to modify the script. I know they look slightly different, but it's pretty much, it's the same concept. You're adding that public int my event number at the top, and then in the update, you're changing the whole. So one of them is rotate to sound, and color to sound. So I should have my event number, and then just copy and paste from update, just like that. Boom. And let's do the same thing. And color to sound. There we go.
So it would encapsulate everything under update?
Pretty much, yep.
And how do you control the event number? Like how do you?
From the editor. Once you drag the script onto something, then you could say, is it event number 0, starts right from the beginning, or is it event number 1 or 2
Okay.
or 3? And then remember where we're defining those events in audio data based on the seconds.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then whenever you're done, just Google this, Google VR developer download, and it should take you to this page, and it should say download SDK right there somewhere. I'm going to import that, and I'll show you how the Google camera works.
we supposed to look for?
Google developer. I don't know what are we supposed to do.
Unity or?
So did you modify your scripts?
Yeah. Where
No errors?
What are we supposed to download?
Just that, the Google VR SDK. It should just download, right there, download the Google VR SDK. Then agree. Now you can disagree. Download the SDK. Yep.
Is there other characters that we can choose from?
On Mixamo or just in general?
In general.
There's a lot on the asset store and
Okay.
yeah, there is.
What about the moves, like the dance moves?
The dance moves, there is stuff on the asset store too, like, but they have a lot of animations on Mixamo. You can upload any model on Mixamo and apply the animations to it as well.
Okay.
Even if you find a 3D model of a character, that as long as he's T-posed like this, you can
Yeah.
upload to Mixamo, and then it will rig it for you automatically. You just have to tell it like, this is the elbow, this is the wrist,
Okay.
and it's pretty good.
Okay.
It even goes all the way down to fingers.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I thought.
Oh yeah, there. Oh yeah, there's a lot of animations.
Just not characters.
Well, you might like Fuse. Do you have Adobe? Or are you subscribed to Creative Cloud?
I just come out of it.
Well, they have a program called Fuse. It actually lets you make a character. Like literally like an RPG game, like when you just craft the nose, the eyes, the clothes, everything. And then you can upload it straight to Mixamo and then eventually in Unity. They even let you 3D scan faces. I haven't learned how to use that though, but I want to. Because like, you can use one of their already preset bodies and then you just scan someone's head.
Oh, nice.
And then you literally make a person, like from real life, yeah.
Import everything for the Google VR for.
Import everything, yeah. So you liking it so far?
Yes.
I just have to figure out because I have something come up on the next Saturday. I have opening. So I want to talk to you about this too. I have a trade show that I was invited to set up a VR booth at on Saturday at the AL STEM, but we have the Bootcamp at the same time. So I want to figure out how's your schedule like on Friday?
Is it on Friday?
Yeah.
Well, I work.
Till after, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out when I could make up that day for you guys. Yeah. Cause it was like kind of like a last minute thing, and it's like it's a pretty big fair. Like we're gonna be right next to BMW, and like Spectrum is gonna be there and a bunch of stuff. So we're like pretty much like the only VR company that's gonna be demoing here. See, we're right here, AnyWorld.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So which day is that?
it's Saturday. It's next Saturday.
It's coming Saturday.
Yeah, so I wanna figure out how I can make up that day for you guys. So if we can't figure out a day for the boot camp, I was thinking of just offering each of you just like a personal consulting session for whatever. Like once we're done with just the core of the boot camp, you just tell me what you want to work on specifically. Like you wanted Vive more specifically, you wanted like AR and stuff. So we could do like one like 2 or 3 hour session. I could just get you in on that, and that'll be like individual.
If you can give us an assignment to like research on our own for Sunday, like we can do the work.
Oh yeah, I can give you the exact what we were gonna do for the lesson plan, but it still doesn't compare to having the hands-on training like that. I feel bad about ditching you guys on that day. So, but I want to make it up to you and offer you just a free consulting session for your projects.
Yeah.
Will that work?
Yeah.
What happens the weekend after, like the next?
So basically so this weekend is supposed to be like we're gonna get into like the more advanced physics, like original. So that's for this Saturday would have been that ragdoll thing that you're talking about, the goalie physics and all that stuff. So that was gonna be that. And then, but basically, usually it's like the next Saturday we just check on homework, and we just do like a quick review of the last week, basically. And then the Sunday is when we really like kind of get in, and then the last week is the shooting game. So that's where you really get to learn some of the more specific concepts. But and then at the end I just kind of like. I do like a little Vive demo, like, and just kind of bring it in so you can see how how it works. But
I mean, like, what happened after the last week? Like
at the end, you mean? Or
I mean, like, because maybe you can just like move one down.
So I can't, because I have the June boot camp starts. It starts literally. Yeah, I'm like literally all my weekends are booked for months ahead. So. That's why I figured like if we can't figure out like this Friday or something like, because I know most people have work.
What time is the fair?
It's 1 to 5. It's literally like 12 to 5. It's literally it's on the 3rd. Yeah. So we could just book a time whenever. Like I'm usually like I can be in the city and we just work here and out the office and do a little a personal consulting session to make up for that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Another thing is like me and the other guy, we don't have class. Like we don't have.
I know you guys are done with school right now. I know.
Yeah.
So Friday might have work for you. I know. Yeah. So if you guys come, we can do a Friday class, and I can send you the video.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So we'll still cover the whole boot camp, but again, like it's a little bit of a shift. So I have to make it up to you, and I'll help you out with Vive.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That works for me.
But yeah, for this, just import. Import this Google VR package once you're done with it.
Can we go to the fair?
Yeah, I got 3 extra tickets if you guys can come up. It's in Inwood, so it's a little deep. Yeah.
Where is it held up there?
What?
Where is it held?
JHS. I don't know. Maybe.
Is that high school?
I guess.
Cool.
I got extra tickets, so I can send you guys those.
And what is it again?
It's not necessarily a VR thing more. It's it's something like this. Yes. I'm not even a Latino, but my friend is who invited me. But like they're doing like it's gonna be a whole bunch of like it's like a trade show basically. Some big companies are gonna be there, and he invited me because he knows we do VR and we're gonna we can. Because he's hosting, my friend, so like he just wants to kind of spice up his event a little bit. So we're gonna go. And, we're thinking we might potentially get a good brand partner or something like that. So if you guys want to come, you're definitely welcome to. I have tickets for you guys. What?
No, is this all as he knows?
No, I don't think so. It's just like maybe the presenters. Most of them are gonna be. I could pass there, just like pretend like.
Where's your family from?
Well, I'm Serbian.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like from from the Balkans, like South European.
You were born there?
Yeah.
You grew up
Yeah.
there? When did you move here?
13.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was like 11 years ago.
Wow.
Yep. But. Yes, so does everyone import their Google VR package?
Yeah, just finished.
Alright, so the only thing you have to do they always change this, I swear to God. Is this it? Right. Maybe maybe downloaded the wrong thing. Let me see here. No. I think I might have gotten the wrong thing. So that's not the package. What is it? It's the Google Cardboard Unity SDK. You know, like every time I do this, I swear to God, it's always different. Like,
Did it change stuff
so often. Let me see what they have here. Yeah, this is literally their for the Daydream.
What's the Daydream?
It's all the new Google phones, like my Pixel phone it's a Daydream headset. It's kind of like the Gear VR. It's like a strap on, and it has like a controller. It's all right. The quality is pretty decent on it though, but I haven't done too much with it.
Is there a controller for iOS?
Nope,
No?
not yet. They're doing their own thing. You'll see. They're the ones that are actually going to make VR mainstream, in my opinion. I swear to God, this is like not what we want. It should be in here. If it's not, I hate just giving people like older versions of things, but I definitely have it somewhere. You know what? Screw this. Let's pull up from. Yeah, they definitely changed it. I can see it right here. It's totally different. Yeah, I'm just gonna zip this up. You know what? I'm gonna zip this up. Get you guys off last show. No. What the fuck is this? So I'm gonna take this, copy it to my project, make sure it works, and I'll give it to you guys. Delete. What is this? Okay, let me try that. But they can't keep getting away with this, I swear to God. Like, how are you supposed to, like, develop a lesson plan or something?
Yeah.
The keys changing, like, better work. Alright, my old versions usually don't fail me. Yeah, that's how simple it used to be. Yeah, easy. Doesn't get any easier than that. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you this. I don't even know where you would find this now. So yeah, just open the folder right there.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, open folder to view files.
Do we delete the Google VR?
Yeah, just delete that folder and just take the Google VR and just pull it to your desktop. There you go. No, I didn't. Give it a sec. Well, it's fine. Okay, now I'm okay. Eject. Okay, now just go to Unity and just delete that Google VR folder if you imported it. So just Google VR to zip. Yeah, there it is.
So when I start a new project, all those assets aren't available, right?
No, but like I said, you can either export them as a package, or if you're thinking if you still want to use all the same assets, you should just make a new scene.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Would that lag it?
No, it only loads up one scene at a time. So yeah, just unzip that folder and then just literally pull it in Unity once it's done. But make sure you still have to delete it. You said you already deleted it.
I deleted it.
Okay, good. And then just after you unzip that folder, just unzip it first. Extract all, yeah. And just once it's done. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then just pull that into Unity.
Okay. Can we go?
Yep. Should work.
Anywhere?
Just in assets. Yeah. Just give it some time.
Cool.
All right. Now I forgot to bring my USB 3 cable for my phone, so I can't help you build on my phone today. But we're gonna try to do the iPhone. Let me see if I can figure something out. Do you have a?
There's mini. I'm guessing. It's
No, it's this. Oh, is it? No. It's the USB 3. It's the new.
Oh, okay.
It's this new pixel shit. Let me see if I have it again. I can find it. But I'm gonna set you up with the config. So you already had the Java JDK installed, right? Or did you just download it then? Remember what we did yesterday? We downloaded those things, Android Studio and Java JDK.
Oh, yeah.
Did you install them or did you download them? Well, yeah, just before you do that, let me just show you how to get this Google camera in here, right? So, real quick, so all you do is you go into the Google VR folder, and in prefabs, you just see GVR viewer right there.
I see.
It's like a blue cube, like Google VR
Yeah,
prefabs.
yeah.
Just pull that into your scene anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah. And then it will turn your camera into a Google VR camera. And to scroll around in the view, you hold Alt, and then you can look around with the mouse. So hold Alt, and look around. Yeah. You don't have to hold the mouse. You can just as long as you hold Alt.
Can you zoom in and stuff too?
Not with Google VR, no. But that's simulating you using the gyro on your phone, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that's how you would look around in VR, technically.
Okay.
So my suggestion would be for the music video to put the camera central somewhere and have everything happening around the camera.
Okay.
That's basically the simulation of what the VR experience would be like.
Okay.
But yeah, just remember that you hold Alt to look around.
Okay.
Why do you take it out? You just didn't do
Just get rid of the GVR viewer. Yeah,
it.
it
Right.
should work.
Right.
Probably at the bottom somewhere for you.
And then, the other thing you were asking about?
Yeah, so let's do these. I'm not sure if you installed them.
Standard assets?
What's the free
No,
one?
the Android Studio. Go into search right there. Let's just see if you have it. Just type Android Studio in search in your computer. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe go into your downloads folder, and just click the folder. Yeah, just go to downloads. I think you have JDK there. So yeah, install that.
Okay.
That's one thing, and then the other one, you need Android Studio from Google. Just Google Android Studio.
Okay.
Yeah, that one might take a while to download here because it's like 2 gigs. But I'll give you the links. Yeah, yes. Don't be
I
spooked.
think I did that yesterday. So
You installed that one? Oh, maybe. Well, the other one is you need Android Studio. It's 2 gigs, so it might take a while to download here
Okay.
on the public, but it's just that. Yeah, just Android Studio, and then it'll have a link in there to just download it and install.
Okay. Maybe all right.
No, that one's pretty big.
I'll
Yeah.
do that one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because it probably would take a while. But those are the only 2 things you need to build Android
Okay.
and a compatible phone or tablet. And for you, you have your Xcode and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Could you do something for me real quick? So go to File, Build Settings. So and then switch to iOS. Oh yeah, you still have to do that.
I already did.
So you need to install that thing that you downloaded. You need to install it. Unity Setup iOS. Is it still downloading or something?
This one.
Oh yeah. Yes, you should probably close Unity
Oh, you
first. Yeah. Just click Unity close. Good. Continue. Alright.
I think I did yesterday.
Yeah, anything else you guys wanna try?
Installation failed.
No, that's weird. What does it say?
Enter an error that caused contact with software.
So here's what you do. Not that. You use instead of from there, go to the Google like Unity download helper, and then it has like a wizard. And then when you first installed Unity, you probably unchecked, it gave you like 10 things, and you probably unchecked all the things, and you just kept like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it. So next time, when you do that, next time check iOS in there. So just Unity download assistant or something like that, I think it's called.
So this is saying another Java installation is in progress.
I think it's the Java thing is installing. Oh wait, what? Oh, you have, what's this? Close that? Oh yeah, I finished, yeah, cool.
Close?
Yeah,
Next time.
you're done stuff. It's to access tutorials, so.
Oh, cool. All right, so that one's already stuff then.
Yep.
Thought I did.
Yeah, that's just, you need Java because it's basically all of Android runs on Java. So you need Java to compile to Android. There's a mono from Unity compiles to Java, then Java compiles to the zeros and ones that Android uses, technically. Java actually isn't a compiled language. It's in between. It never actually fully turns into zeros and ones. It's always kind of Englishy.
Okay.
And that's just how it's made. So it's easier for it to be like scriptable, like you can change things. Whereas things that get compiled to zeros and ones, once it's compiled, you can't reverse it. You have to rewrite the whole thing. Whereas Java is just kind of like components, something like that. It's more of a scripting language. But yeah, I am going to stop this recording.